This is CBS 4 News. Coverage you can count on.
Well, the holidays bring parties and time to make lots of small talk.
Many of us will not leave a good impression and will never even know what went wrong. In these times, talk may be more important than ever. Enter Debra Fine of Englewood, the best-selling author of The Fine Art of Small Talk and The Big Talk. Fine was a self-described nerdy engineer who mastered making contacts. In today's Breakfast with Brooke, Fine tells us how to avoid killing a conversation, whether you're at a work party or holiday dinner.
What's so big about small talk?
Because small talk is the appetizer of any relationship.
It takes some thought to get to the main course.
My rule is no more than 4 to 5 minutes about any topic, and then I have to throw the conversation ball back your way. And we would eliminate monopolizers forever if we would all take that rule in hand.
That means it's not a competition.
We think we're not topping each other, but we're matching. When you tell me you have a son and a daughter, well, I have a son and a daughter too, and I start babbling about my son and daughter.
When it is your turn, what are the questions you should never ask?
Don't say to the married couple across the table, so do you have any kids? When are you going to have kids? How about this one? When are you going to make me a grandmother? Stop it.
Debra's key: don't make assumptions.
If you don't know about someone's marital status or boyfriend-girlfriend status, what's been going on in your life since the last time I saw you, or bring me up to date about your family, instead of saying, how's your wife? What if his wife left him?
Debra says be careful asking how work is going unless you know the person still has the same job.
A better question to ask anybody you don't know well is, what's been going on with work since the last time I saw you?
That leads us to conversation killers. Debra says it's never okay to brag or interrogate.
You become an FBI agent. That's a conversation killer, question after question.
Also, check your criticisms and unsolicited advice at the door, and don't kill the conversation with this.
I'll say, so how have you been? And they'll say, pretty good. We're at a party. We haven't seen each other for months. We're friends. Could you give me more than that? Do I really have to work this hard on Saturday night?
Debra recommends coming prepared with 3 things to talk about.
The worst time to think of something to talk about is when there's nothing to talk about. Everybody's sort of frozen.
And if you forget someone's name, Debra says just ask.
Say, I know we were just introduced and I already forgot your name. Could you please remind me? Now I've got your name. Now I can introduce you to clients that walk up, to friends that walk up.
Better yet, teach yourself to remember.
I'm only allowed to think about their name is John. It takes a moment of just stillness.
Body language can also be a conversation killer.
If you look like this, you don't look approachable. An approachable person is smiling.
The perfect message for the holidays.
I mean, that's what my education.
And Debra says one of the worst things we can do in conversation is to assume. For instance, don't assume someone uses a nickname or a shorter version of their name like Dave or Jenny. And if you need an icebreaker, Debra's favorite is, what keeps you busy outside of work? And later this morning, we will have so many more tips on our website, cbs4denver.com. You'll also find an exclusive web extra of Debra explaining how to get out of a conversation gracefully. Something we could all use.
I'm not going to call you Brookie anymore. I've learned that. But it really is a lost art, and you have to work at conversation. It's a give and take. If you find yourself talking too much, like I'm doing now, it's time to shut up.
Right. And the matching thing is something I think we all do, too. Just because someone says something in common with you, let's let them say it.
Exactly.